Are you a busy working parent, always finding yourself rushing out the door to get your kids to school on time? Do you live within walking distance of your child's school, but find in the winter months that it's just too cold for them to walk? Are you hesitant to send your child on the bus? Is your child in daycare and busing's not even an option? Lucky for you, there's now a solution. Our Kids Ride app allows parents to arrange safe rides for their children to and from school and daycare. Our technology is simple, advanced, and safe. We jump through all of the hoops of screenings and background checks so you don't have to. Kids Ride app is an innovative application that allows parents to outsource all of their carpooling needs. Our technology makes the rides completely safe for children so parents can have the peace of mind they so desire. We conduct background checks on all of our drivers before they can even begin driving. We also require that drivers have an up-to-date health assessment, clearances, and FBI fingerprinting. This is all criteria required to work in a school or be a bus driver. We also ensure that all drivers have a valid driver's license, insurance, and a clean driving record. If parents have a small child that may require a car seat, we have this covered too. For an additional car seat fee of $15 a month, a car seat will be provided for your child. This service is ideal for driving kids to or from school, but is also available and helpful for after-school and extracurricular activities. So if your Wednesday night meeting always tends to run late and you find yourself rolling into dance class 15 minutes after it started, the Kids Ride app might be the extra bit of help your family needs. You can utilize the app in two ways, either in scheduled mode or playdate mode. Schedule mode is established days and times that the driver picks up and drives your children. For example, to and from school every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Days are set ahead of time by the family and they will be matched with possible drivers with similar availability. Playdate mode is for those unexpected last-minute plans kids tend to make and you realize you can't manage to get them there. Operating more like a typical rideshare app, this mode allows you to request a ride. Drivers nearby will be displayed to you, and you may pick which one best fits your needs at the moment. Playdate mode drivers will vary from your typically scheduled driver. Kids Ride app is the peace of mind that parents need when trusting their children with someone else. Our drivers are only the most qualified, so you can rest assured that your child will be transported to wherever they need to go safely. To further this peace of mind, we provide parents with the availability to track their child's ride. So from the second they leave your driveway, you can follow your little one's journey through until the end. Parents also receive an automatic notification every time their child has been dropped off. And to even further increase this peace of mind, we provide all drivers with a dashboard camera. Parents have access to live stream their child's ride at any time. If an issue should arise, which is highly unlikely, Kids Ride app management has the ability to access old streams from our archive for your access at any time. So you now can finally rest assured that your child is having the safest possible transportation to and from school.
Hello, my name is Elizabeth and I will be sharing with you how does it work, the Kids Ride app. So you've decided that your Kids Ride app is a great choice for your family. How do you get started? First, download our free app from our Apple Store for iPhone users, and for our Android users, you can go onto the Play Store. Then you simply set up an account. You'll be asked to provide an email, your name, the number of children, the purpose of the ride, if it's to or from school, if it's to or from any other curriculum, sports, or to and from a family member. And the dates and times requested. Personal information such as your name and email will be kept private from the drivers. Names will appear as first name, last initial of your last name. For example, John B. This helps to protect you and your family. Your account will then be made viewable by drivers. Drivers can then apply for the job posting. They will submit a short application as to why they would be a good fit for driving your family. You can either choose to move forward and interview that driver, in which you would press the in which you will press the setup interview button, or if it's not a good fit, you can choose to press no thanks button and wait for another applicant. Interviewers or interviews are done via video chat, all within the Kids Right app. This furthers protects you and your driver's identities and personal information. Following the interview, you will have 24 hours to hire or no thanks the driver. The other method for finding a driver is browsing driver profiles under the driver tab on the app. There will be a list of drivers' profiles of drivers within your area. You can filter the search based on many different criteria, such as distance, age, years of driving, experience, etc. If you find a driver that you feel fits your family needs, you can send them a job offer. Simply press the job offer button next to the driver's name. The driver can then either choose to move forward and set up an interview or will reply, no thanks. Interviews are done via video chat, all within the Kids Right app. Following the interview, you will have 24 hours to hire or no thanks the driver. So you've hired a driver. Congratulations, you are now part of the Kids Right app community. You will then be asked to select the driver's first day. This is the first day that the driver will pick up your child. You can securely message the driver within the app to coordinate this. All payments take place through the Kids Right app. You should never be paying a Kids Right app driver with cash. This is for your protection, so it is cashless. Scheduled riders are at an hourly rate, and you pay securely through the app weekly. The app keeps a running total of driving time and will send you an invoice at the end of each week. Kids Ride app then, in turn, pays your driver, which is good. Playdates riders pay immediately upon drop off for that ride. There is a tipping option available when you make your payment. Tips go directly to the driver and are greatly appreciated, but of course not expected. Now, we do have to thank and greatly appreciate the above and beyond service that sometimes we get from people, and a great way to appreciate is by tipping. Life happens and sometimes kids get sick, of course. Should this happen on a day that you are scheduled to have a driver pick up your children, please press the sick day button on your profile at least 2 hours before the driver is scheduled to pick up your child. If you do not notify the driver of a sick day prior to them leaving to pick up your child, you will be responsible for paying the driver for the time spent driving. Also, out of control but common is inclement weather. If there is a school delay or closing, please notify your driver immediately. Drivers are not required to accommodate families on delayed or late start days due to the inclement weather. If your driver is unable to transport your child on a scheduled day, they must notify you at least 24 hours so that you can make alternate arrangements. Should you have any issues with your driver from the Kids Ride app, please press the help button on the home page of the app. You can also call 123-456-7890 for assistance.
How does it work for a driver? So you've decided that Kids Ride app would be a great job for you. How do you get started? First, download our free app from the App Store for Apple and Android. Then you simply set up an account. You will be asked to provide an email, your name, and then you mark what days and times you are available to drive. Personal information such as your name and email will be kept private from families. Names will appear as first name, last initial. For example, John B. This helps to protect you and your identity. You will then be asked to provide documentation of an up-to-date health assessment, clearances, and FBI fingerprinting, all of which are criteria to work with children. We must also verify that all drivers have a valid driver's license, insurance, and a clean driving record. You will receive a detailed email on how to proceed with uploading these documents. If you do not have these necessary clearances, you will receive step-by-step instructions on how to do so. Upon verifying your clearances and background checks, your account will then be made viewable by families. Families can then offer you a job. They will submit a short application as to why they would be a good fit for you to work for. You can either choose to move forward and interview with that family, in which you would press the Set Up Interview button, or if you do not think it is a good fit, you can choose to press the No Thanks button and wait for another job offer. Interviews are done via video chat, all within the Kids Ride app. This further protects you and the family's identity and personal information. Following the interview, the family will have 24 hours to hire or no thanks you as a driver. You can then accept or decline the job. The other method for finding a driver is browsing family profiles. Under the Families tab on the app, there will be a list of family profiles within your area. You can filter the search based on many different criteria such as distance, ages, number of children, etc. If you find a family that you feel would be a good fit, you can apply to work for them simply by pressing the Apply for Job button next to the family's name. The family can then either choose to move forward and set up an interview with you, or will reply, no thanks. So you were hired as a driver. Congratulations, you are now part of the Kids Ride app driver community. The family will then select the first day. This is the first day that you will be driving for that family. You can securely message the family within the app to coordinate this. All payments take place through the Kids Ride app. A family should never pay you with cash, and you should never request cash from a family. This is for the safety of you and the family. Scheduled riders are at an hourly rate, and families pay securely through the app, weekly. The app keeps a running total of driving time and will send the family an invoice at the end of each week. Kids Ride app then, in turn, pays you as the driver. Playdate riders pay you through the app immediately upon drop-off for that ride. There's a tipping option available when you make your payment. Tips go directly to you as a driver. While tips are greatly appreciated, they should not be expected. Life happens and sometimes kids get sick. Should this happen on a day that you are scheduled to drive for the family is required to let you know at least 2 hours prior to the scheduled pickup time. If the family fails to notify you prior to you leaving for pickup, they are responsible for paying you for the time that you spent driving. If there's a school delay or closing, families will notify you immediately. Drivers are not required to accommodate families on delayed or late start days due to inclement weather. If you are unavailable to transport for a family on a scheduled day, you must notify the family with at least 24 hours notice so that they can make alternate arrangements. If you choose to drive as a Playdate driver, you will simply switch your account to Playdate mode by pressing the Playdate button in the top left corner of the app. Upon doing so, you will receive notifications of any nearby riders. You can accept a ride, then you will receive a GPS coordinate of the rider. You then press Begin Navigation, and the app will navigate you to the rider. Once you pick up the rider, navigation to their destination will begin. You will be paid upon drop-off. Should you have any issues with a family from the Kids Ride app, please press the Help button on the home page of our app. You can also call 123-456-7890 for assistance.